Hey everybody, welcome to video 1000. What that means is 1000 days in a row without missing a day. I have posted a video for you. So today's a big day for me and hopefully for all of you as well. I struggled a little bit to really try to find the right topic to present today. It could have been just a little bit of a celebration. Yeah, go me, 1,000 videos. But I really wanted this to be a very impactful video. And, I got a little success story that came across from YouTube. So I'm going to tackle the topic and that success story in a minute. But as we always do, I don't want the number 1000 video to be without the few calming breaths. I think it's really important. Breathe in something positive. Exhale something negative. And you can pick what those are. Encourage you to inhale the clarity and exhale the doubt. Breathe in the bravery and exhale the fear. And those last two breaths are a little bit of a hint towards today's topic. I think what I want to call today is the two most important aspects of recovery. All right? And what are those two things? One is decision, and number two is learning how to dial down or even eliminate the fear surrounding your condition, your pain, your other symptoms. I know that's much easier said than done. But I think those are the two aspects that are most important. When I say decision, I mean decision that this thing called TMS, or as I'm now calling it, perceived danger, pain, or symptoms, the decision that is not just contributory, but that is what is going on. Because even if you have abnormalities on your imaging studies or have been given these scary medical labels by your doctors and told that the reason you have these pains is this. And it doesn't matter what story you've been telling yourself about, well, I've exercised a lot throughout my life, so I've beaten up my body, and as a result, the rest of my life is going to be painful. I call BS. That's not necessarily true. So decision that TMS and TMS only, that perceived danger pain and perceived danger pain only is what's causing your current set of symptoms. Because with that decision, the next step becomes a lot easier. Without that decision, if you're still on the fence, even if you're 90% over the fence, but 10% of you goes, well, I have exercised a lot, or I've been a runner most of my life, and I've beat up my legs, I've beat up my knees, and that's kind of why I'm hurting. If you're kind of doubtful, your brain will continue to perceive danger. And so it's really important that you teach your brain that you're not in danger. We do that by getting really clear, crystal clear, that perceived danger pain, TMS, is the only reason that you have symptoms. If you're doubtful, do the assessments, the pain test. Go to ppdassociation.org/symptoms, answer their 30 questions, get really clear, do the investigation, but then once it says TMS or mind-body or perceived danger pain, case closed, the investigation is done. There's no more need to keep on revisiting the topic. So make a decision, commit to that decision. Because once you do, then the task at hand is very straightforward. I'm going to teach my brain that it's just perceived danger pain, that there is nothing in my body that is causing the pain. Because you got to make the decision to commit to the teaching process to teach your brain. And once you do that with the accurate knowledge of what this stuff is, it becomes easier and easier to not feed the fear cycle and start to dial it down Because in my opinion, two things are responsible for chronic symptoms: fear and attention. We got to dial down the fear. But in order to do that, you have to have the knowledge and acceptance and decide that that knowledge is exactly what's going on with you. Because without that decision, how well do you think you're going to be able to dial down the fear? Probably not well. And if you're terrified of the symptoms and the pain because you think you might be broken physically, brain's probably not going to stop protecting you from all of these perceived dangers, right? So decision and dialing down the fear, eliminating the fear. How did I know when I was better? When I was no longer afraid if I felt a twinge in my back. I have zero fear about back pain, sciatica. Those were my long-term challenges. I have zero fear about them. And I've moved, I've carried furniture, beds, dressers, up and down stairs, loaded trucks. I've done all sorts of things after 13 years worth of pain. And to the average person, that would look like insanity. But I have zero fear. Just bought a bicycle, a mountain bike. And now, I've gone riding in the woods over, rocks and tree stumps and little narrow bridges over creeks. And I'm not afraid of my body. Yes, I'm cautious because, hey, falling off a bike is probably not fun. And that can be a real injury. But I have zero fear of aggravating my back. There is no aggravating my back. My back is fine. So the two most important aspects are decision, that this is what's going on, this mind-body stuff, this perceived danger pain, so that you can negate the fear. And I want to read this to you because I got this today. Kind of sparked the reason for this video. So I got a message from somebody. Merry Christmas, Dan. Thank you to you and Dr. Sarno. My tennis elbow disappeared in 48 hours after watching a lot of your videos. I had 6 months of pain, and physio and acupuncture helped a little, but not so much. Pain literally vanished after a couple of days. I decided, there's a key phrase, I decided to convince my brain it was TMS 100%. Decision. And ditched the fear, and wow, what a result. From unable to lift a heavy mug without wincing to lifting big potted plants in a space of a few days. You're amazing, patient, so encouraging, and we're all lucky to have you. Hope you have a really great Christmas and New Year's. With much gratitude and congratulations on the 1,000 videos in a row. That's incredible. We so appreciate you. Decision, teaching his brain, and eliminated the fear. He ditched it. So how can you ditch the pain? The fear of the pain. Yes, I know it's excruciating. And we want to avoid it at all costs. But with the accurate knowledge that there's nothing wrong with your body and accepting that and deciding that this is it. Case closed, investigation done, jury's reached a verdict. There's nothing wrong with your body. And when you realize that there's nothing wrong with your body, and when you realize that the pain or the hurt is not harmful, it's not damaging to you, then it is so much easier to eliminate and ditch that fear. And when you do, when you ditch the fear, you're going to spend a lot less time paying attention to the symptoms or the pains because you're not afraid of it and you know exactly what's causing it. And you know it's just an overprotective brain that's perceiving danger where it doesn't exist. So you see how these things link together? Decision. When you decide on something, you're basically forming a belief. When you believe something, your brain is constantly on the lookout for evidence that what you believe or have decided upon is true. And when you do that, and when you make that decision, your brain's going to look for evidence. Oh yeah, you know what? I was out with some friends for the holiday and I didn't notice my pain much. Why? Because you weren't giving it attention and you weren't fearing it in the moment. Your attention was diverted otherwise. And the fear came down. And what happened to the symptoms? They came down as well. Look for evidence. Now, if you don't have that exact example, it doesn't matter. Do the assessments. Make a decision that this and this only is the reason for your symptoms. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much you've exercised. I don't care what kind of perceived injury you may have had a year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Injuries heal. They always do. Dial down the fear. The more you dial down the fear, the less perceived danger your brain will see. And with less danger, less pain. When the brain realizes that you've made a firm decision and are accepting completely that this mind-body stuff, this perceived danger pain, is the reason, the only one, the pain can fade away. And in some cases, it can fade away fast. Now, I hate to bring up a testimonial of somebody who said, hey, 48 hours later, I was better. Because that's inevitably going to piss off a lot of you people. And you're going to go, what's wrong with me? How come that doesn't work for me? I believe it's TMS. Well, are you still afraid of the symptoms? Is there still some doubt? Have you made a firm decision that you're going to teach your brain? That's your job, to teach your brain to chill out, stop overprotecting me. I'm good. I know you love me, brain, but you're way overprotective because there is nothing wrong with my body. You see how that clarity of decision really has to be the starting point? And if you're waffling and wavering, you got to get clear, do the assessments. If you need some help, hook up with me. Go to talkwithdan.com and get on my one-on-one coaching schedule. Or you can go to painforyou.com/join, and that's where you can get my course and my weekly group coaching program. You can gain clarity with a little bit of one-on-one help or help within the group, in which case you're still getting one-on-one help, because everybody gets a chance to talk and ask questions and interact and have their specific issues dealt with in that group setting. And the benefit is that you get to hear everybody else's questions and issues and hear the solutions for everybody else, and you can actually learn just as much, if not more so, by listening to what's going on with other people and seeing their successes as you can just simply asking me questions directly. I personally favor the group program. It's less expensive. You get a lot more for it. You get the course and you get weekly group coaching calls that last hours sometimes. Way better than a one-off, one-on-one call. But if you need that clarity and you want that one-on-one reassurance, by all means, talkwithdan.com or go look up the group, painforyou.com/join, and check out the group. But the key is you hold the keys to your own recovery. And it starts with accurate knowledge, making a decision to accept that that accurate knowledge is exactly what's going on with you. When you do, it's so much easier to dial down your fear. So we want to ditch the fear. We want to accept the accurate knowledge that your body's okay. There's no reason for pain. Your brain's just overprotective. I hope this makes sense. I'm very passionate about this stuff, as you can tell. 1,000 videos. I don't anticipate stopping. If I need a break, I may just post some older videos from time to time. But for right now, I still have a lot to say about this stuff, and I plan on continuing the daily videos. But if you feel like you're struggling and you want a little bit extra help, or you want to fast track your own recovery, don't hesitate to reach out for the one-on-one or group coaching, because I think the people who do get better faster. So that's what I've got for you today on video 1000 in a row. I love you guys and gals. I know you can get better. I hope you believe that. If you don't have that confidence, borrow mine. If you don't have that belief, borrow mine. I know you can get better. So, love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.